Welcome back. Welcome back.
Stop. Welcome back to the fucking cast. I'm sorry you had to endure whatever the fuck that was. But look,
I'm looking.
I got a bad attitude today. You know why?
Why?
I don't know. I'm just saying shit. What's your name?
My name is Benjamin Lionel to Benjamin.
And my name is Geron. CR7. No.
What is CR7?
That's Cristiano Ronaldo. Fuck that.
Oh,
dude.
I wasn't referring to the World Cup.
Yeah, huh?
I wasn't necessarily referring to the World Cup.
Who's Lionel?
He's a primary character in Mindy the Hog Lover. Mina the Hollower.
Oh, who the fuck is Mindy the Hog Lover? Is this some fucking what's her name show that I haven't heard of?
What
the fuck's her name? The
Vivzy Pop?
No, no. What the fuck is her name? The woman that was on The Office and shit that had a bunch of shows and did Velma. I forget what her name is.
What was her name?
I just heard her name yesterday, so it's weird that I don't remember it right now.
The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Don't say shit. No, you don't need to say the full names of these fucking shows.
Why?
Because
Ellie Kemper.
Wait, is that what her name is? Let me see.
Kimmy Schmidt played by Ellie Kemper.
Let me see. That's not who I'm talking about.
Oh, who are you talking about?
You really
Mindy
went to
Kaling?
fucking Google. Huh?
Mindy Kaling?
Is that her? I think that's her.
The Indian woman?
Yeah.
That's Mindy Kaling.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, there you go.
I don't know about the other shows that she did. I know about her book because my wife read her book.
Oh, there you go. Is that a positive review for her book?
It's something.
Okay.
You know, all the celebrities have written some kind of this is about me and about my network of people that I know. Like that's kind of what the books are, you know.
Some kind of fucking memoir about that shit,
right?
Or about the copious amounts of abuse they had to deal with from their parents. But that's a different fucking book.
No, hers was about how she's a bigger girl and she's proud of it, but now she took GLP-1 and she's not a bigger girl anymore. Really makes you think.
Bigger? Do you mean like fat?
Not fat, but I would not have ever qualified her as
her fat, but that's what we're talking about.
You know, but not like
we're talking about physical.
Not sorority. You know,
I mean, you don't have to
top of the social ladder.
Just.
You know, rail thin cocaine. Before GLP-1, cocaine skinny, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, GLP-1 seems like a miracle drug, so no shame to anybody that takes it.
I'm not shaming anybody.
Do what you got to do. I'm sure my wife is going to go on it as soon as, you know, we realize that we may or may not be done with the children thing.
Yeah. So. Fucking.
This is a weird start to the episode.
That's a perfect start. What do you mean? Fucking, this is good. What's important for us to name, shame,
Would you ever get on the GLP-1?
No, I don't think I need that. I would die.
It's a miracle drug. Maybe it'll cure your hearing.
It will not cure my fucking hearing. They have to reconstruct my ears.
I was reading that it cures macular degeneration or something, which is something that goes in my family.
Yeah, but
eyesight, hearing, it's all the same. It's one of the senses.
if we're going to fix shit, it's not. We're not going to fix things that pills can fix, or whatever the fuck it. You know, however.
Or shots.
Shots, yeah.
I think they have pills for it now.
They probably have both. I think they.
I don't know. I'm very not well versed in the ways of GLP-1.
Yeah. The great old party one. Is it grand old? It's grand old party.
Yeah, GOP.
Yeah.
GOP-1.
Definitely. So, but look,
I'm looking.
We could talk about video games or something, or we could not. We could just
Where are you going
talk
with
about
this?
anything. I don't know. I'm sitting here. It's Saturday night,
and baby, we're alive.
All right.
Woo! What have you been playing?
Look at Ben.
Have you been playing anything?
New character just came out in Street Fighter 6. So I've been messing with her.
The Filipino?
Yeah. The Filipina.
The Pinoy?
Yeah, the Pinay. She's female.
Ah,
different.
I see.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that was.
Yeah, it's different.
Gendered.
No. Yeah, it's gendered. It's all gendered. Yeah, you have to, or you don't have to do anything.
No, you have to.
I think it should be done,
or you're gonna get canceled by the woke mob.
All right, and that's what this has become. This has become a. We've already mentioned the GOP. We already said the GOP won.
This is the most conservative podcast on the net.
I already called that woman fat. It's over. We fucked up. Doing this at all has changed us. I'm kidding. It hasn't changed us. We've always been like that. No.
If you want to talk about random news real quick,
yeah.
I'm really happy that they're doing the Croc 2 remake.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm very happy about it. I had to imagine when they were like Buck Bumble, I was like, if they're doing this, they got to do Croc 2. Come on.
It's in their best interest to just blast their whole fucking catalog.
Yeah.
Like that whole back catalog that they can't, on whatever they can, I mean. There was no chance they weren't going to do Croc 2. Croc 2 is the one that's harder to get anyway.
It's also the one that I always hear more about online through discourse of like the one that people really enjoyed.
Yeah, I think that's a common thing is the one
that's hard to find. The one you got to play less
is the one that gets brought up more.
Yeah,
and to those games or that media's detriment, mainly because like. Once Sonic CD became more available, I stopped hearing about it because Sonic CD is just Sonic CD's all right, but it's not the best 2D Sonic like everyone.
It's like as soon as the fan translations start coming out and people start emulating games, they're like, oh,
maybe it wasn't that cool.
Maybe it was more like you just didn't actually play it. Maybe it was just
sometimes that's even it too.
Exclusive gatekeeping thing.
Yeah,
people riz up the .hack quadrilogy, and because it's like they never reprinted it and they never remastered it, they never made it available.
No one can prove them wrong.
No one can prove them wrong.
Yeah.
Those games are not very good. Those games I have all 4 of them for PS2. I have them in box, mint condition, with the DVDs of .hack Liminality. And those games are just not very good. You're better off just playing .hack GU. I'll say it.
Is GU on PS4?
It's on everything. Okay. It's on Switch, it's on PS4, it's on Steam,
that's
it's on Xbox. It's on everything. And those are better games. I haven't played those really much at all. I played the .hack quadrilogy, which really, even in the original state that it came out, should have been a single game.
Interesting.
Genuinely should have been one game. That was a Bandai Namco cash grab, power grab.
Stretch it out.
Because those games, there's not enough depth to the gameplay to be interesting. They add all these characters. They add all these side quests. They add the whole keyword concept of it's not randomly generated, but almost feels procedurally generated, which was an interesting concept in the early 2000s. But it just got beat to all hell because it took what should have been a nice 20-25 hour game and it made it 80 hours for no fucking reason. So it's just the same repetitive bullshit over and over again.
And they're all the same.
It's the exact same game.
Yeah,
it's just more of the story, more of cities that you go to, which the cities are just hubs.
Yeah.
They're just hub worlds with NPCs you can interact with. There's just so little depth to that game at all. The things that are interesting about that game are the conceit of it, right? Is the fake MMO nature. The fake
MMO and the whole that whole concept of being in an online environment is what
and it's all about. And that was done reasonably well for PS2, enough to get people to want to play the first game, because I think the first game sold decently.
Yeah. .hack.
.hack was hitting its stride in those early 2000s. It had a card game that came out. It had all sorts of shit.
Yeah. My main exposure to .hack was, seeing Zach touch it.
Yeah.
So
.hack was one of those franchises that I was exposed to it, and I suspect this was fairly common. It was when I occasionally got to stay up late, it was the thing that was on at 11 p.m. and it was always the same 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah.
I did eventually buy bootlegged versions of the DVDs on eBay for $5, and I got to watch the whole series. And the series is also not very good.
Sure. I mean,
there's the whole anime distills down to about 5 episodes. Okay. That's again stretched out to be 25 episodes.
Yeah.
But there's 5 episodes where things actually happen. there's a lot of filler.
Yeah.
And the filler is not even like interesting filler where it's like there's character development of any kind or backstory. There's like maybe a little bit here and there. They sprinkle it.
Is it just things kind of almost happen?
Yeah, it's like there are people going on side quests, and it's like it's just reinforming the same things about the characters that you already know, just in slightly different contextual ways.
And
maybe that's because it was airing weekly, and they just needed to completely re-expose people on a weekly basis.
I'm certain it was. It's one of those shows that's meant to. It entertains children, especially on the concept of it. Like, just the idea of it was enough to carry it. The continuity, all that kind of thing.
Very strong concept.
Yeah.
One of the stronger concepts of that era, I would say. Because, like, we were getting into, like, that was in the early days of it getting into the PS3, like, gray, grimdark.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say slop, but
I know
like everything was following that like AAA grayish brownish pattern.
The gray brown bloom.
It was nice to have something that took itself a little more seriously. That was also
had some color to it.
Yeah, some color to it. Something to say. It was a little bit anime, but not so weebish. Right. You know.
I mean, they had they had the courage to have like deep black backgrounds in some places that were just filled with. Like techno lines.
Yeah, it was a little bit cyberpunky, but not a cyberpunk aesthetic.
It's not. Yeah, I would not call it cyberpunk in the way the genre is usually spoken to.
But the concept was tight. Like the idea of like stumbling upon something in an MMO that's like not quite right. Or like breaking the boundaries, and you realize there's something there, right? It was like it's cool. It's almost like an X-Files approach to the internet itself.
Yeah.
It's sort of like the whole thing of why people like creepypastas and stuff like that.
And it turns the internet into
what's it called? Like Ben is Dead or whatever.
Ben Drowned. That's the
Ben
Drowned one.
There's
the Ben Drowned
things
one.
Like that.
I don't remember. I only remember Ben Drowned because part of it is very clearly one. Your name is Ben. Two, very clearly seeing the text Ben Drowned in the fucking same data.
In the same data of Majora's Mask font. So yeah, it was cool. And that game, if they ever release it, it should be a single game that's 20 to 25 hours. They consolidate everything. They could keep all the side characters or whatever, but it's just like the gameplay needs help, right? Yeah. Especially in a modern world where we've had 20 years of action RPG.
The amount of time that there's been, and Final Fantasy VII Remake came out, and that's like the standard now that people probably look to for a game like this. Ironically, the remake trilogy is the game split into three discs, which is or 3 parts. I should say.
People have different opinions on this. I think the games justify the splitting.
I think it wasn't a question of if they justified it or not. It's just the irony.
The irony of the fact that Dot Hack split into 4 games and the remake trilogy is split into 3 games. But
split into 3 games.
It's a perfect sort of analogy that you can look at in terms of like the differences of how 4 of those games are treated versus these 3 games.
Excuse me. Fuck. Hell yeah.
But yeah, like.
Just leave that in.
I don't know. I never beat that trilogy. I think I got to the 3rd game, and I was just like, I was like, dog.
Yeah.
Because the games didn't even come out, like, they came out a couple months apart.
Yeah.
It was definitely really less than a year between each game.
You were meant to play them as if
which
they were
is like it's so ridiculous,
releases.
Dude.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous.
I do think that as a near episodic release of a game, especially on PlayStation 2, was also kind of an interesting concept when it came to that.
Yeah, but there's there's other things that did it better. Xenosaga did it better.
Sure.
I can say what you will about Xenosaga.
But I mean, you see who had what's it called? They weren't Bandai Namco yet.
They were. Xenosaga was Bandai Namco.
That was Bandai Namco? It wasn't just
all
Namco?
3 Xenosaga... Oh, you mean had they merged with Namco?
I don't think they had merged with Bandai
That's
yet.
a good
question.
I
think they had nothing to do with each other in that regard yet. So, I was about to say, like, that'd be interesting if they were just trying it with as many things as they could, but it doesn't make any sense because they weren't together yet. And I can visually see in my head the fucking Namco look, like the old Namco logo on the Xenosaga games.
2012 is when they consolidated. So yeah, the Xenosaga games definitely would have been before that.
Earlier than that. Holy shit! Yeah.
Okay. No, what's interesting is, 2006 it was founded as a successor to Namco.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds
as well as Bandai's former equivalent division.
Yeah.
So 2006. So
2006. That sounds right. So they were about to do that. That was about to happen, but didn't quite happen. I think right as Xenosaga 3 came out, it happened.
But what I'm not sure about is the way this Wikipedia article is written almost makes it seem like they were already one company. They were just operating separately.
Can I see what you see?
Yeah. Well, I'll just read it. It says Namco Home Tech and Bandai Games, the North American consumer game divisions of the former companies, merged to form Namco Bandai Games America Incorporated, with it absorbing Namco's American subsidiaries, which was housed within Namco Home Tech's former premises, and completing Namco and Bandai's merge in North America.
So they had started doing it over here.
Yeah, like, it was, which is weird, right?
It was, yeah, and it kind of makes sense. I guess they were working together, and under the same roof, Bandai was dealing with the toy business and other things that had to do with that.
Right.
Namco was dealing with, their shit. And so I guess that sounds right.
Yeah, but now I'm curious when the Xenosaga games came out.
Who made?
2002.
2002.
2002 was the first one.
When did 3 come out? That's what I'm worried about.
2006.
That was 2006.
Yeah.
So that was right on.
The third one, yeah.
Yeah.
But
okay.
My only point is just that other games had been doing this episodic nature
in
a more interesting, compelling way that justified being episodic. Right?
Like, which...
The 4 Dot Hack games were not really episodic. It was one story.
Yeah.
It was one episode split into 4 parts.
What other games are you thinking of? Like, what other examples are you thinking of when you're saying that, though? Are you talking about before that or since?
I get during the same time period. In the early 2000s.
Okay.
Or before that.
Give me an example.
I don't know. I can't think of
God damn it, Ben! That's the answer I was afraid of.
Can you think of any?
No. That's my whole thing.
Does Final Fantasy count?
No, fuck no. Abso-fucking-lutely
episodic games.
The only Final Fantasy game that counts is fucking the sequel to 4. But that was actually episodic and actually released on a digital nature, so they could just distribute the parts like that, so that's not interesting.
Trails in the Sky. That was 2004, so I think that counts as PC, though.
That was PC.
Trails in the Sky had 3 games.
Were those distributed physically?
I think so.
Were those distributed on discs? Were those games, were those episodes...
They were called First Chapter, Second Chapter,
They're called First Chapter, Second Chapter, Third Chapter. Were those, treated as completely separate sequel games, or did they all play the same?
Well, so, I mean, just the way Nihon Falcom works...
all their stuff is pretty similar.
All their stuff is very similar. Yeah, because, they're basically a AA company where they just reuse all their assets and their engine.
Sure.
So, Trails in the Sky First and Second have the same gameplay systems. Mm-hmm. They're very obviously different games, right? Like, if you were to look at Trails in the Sky Second versus First, you would be like, oh, I know which game this is. Yeah. Because it's, different locales, different storylines, different characters, different moves, different sprites, right, for the same characters. So even though they're reusing a lot of assets, they're very clearly distinctly different games. Mm-hmm. If you were to look at Dot Hack, any of the 4 Dot Hack games, you would not know which one you're looking at.
Yeah, and okay, so and that's that part of the thing there is that's moderately interesting to me. If you know what I mean, where it feels like you're getting it, they all feel like they are the same thing. They're all part of the same unit. You just don't get the whole thing all at once. So you get 4 games. They're all basically the same gameplay wise, but you play them spaced apart. If you play them on release, you're playing them spaced apart, and you can't get ahead of it because you have to wait for the next part to come out and the next part. And they all came out within.
So you mean the part that's interesting is just the fact that you're forced to pace yourself.
That they distributed it. They distributed it as the way we get episodic games now.
So the idea is interesting.
Yeah.
If they didn't cost full price on release.
That's what I'm saying. Not even talking about the price, just conceptually. Yeah.
Sure.
If spending $200 to get one story,
I can understand.
Is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
If it were you buy these discs just for $20 to $30 each when they come out, that'd be cooler to me.
I mean, that's basically what Deltarune does.
Deltarune does that, but you don't have to. Deltarune, you don't buy each individual part.
No, you don't even have to buy the individual parts. They're just updates, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. That's
is that actually true?
It was
1 and 2,
because 1 and
3
2,
and 4, and then 5.
When
right?
4 came out, then they charged money for it.
Right.
And then after that, you still like 5. You don't have to pay more money for. If you bought it, you get 5. So you're
but
getting.
But they did at one point like add price to it. Right?
At one point, they put a price tag on it.
The other thing that's kind of like that
structure. You just buy it. They put a price on it.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, that's going to also be different because that's an indie game.
That's an indie game.
Double A and Triple A are going to charge for each episode.
And its distribution is digitally anyway. So there's no physical version of that game released yet, which is fair because the game.
More games are coming to the top of my head. Sonic the Hedgehog 4.
Sonic 4. Fuck Sonic 4. And I remember playing that shit at your parents' house.
Sonic 4 is actual
Sonic
dog
4
doo-doo.
sucks ass.
Yeah.
I can't believe that happened, and I can't believe they thought they could do more than they could. Do more, split it up at all, and 2, god damn. But that came out. That was also distributed digitally.
It's true.
So that's still after the fact. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like the closest thing I could think of with the whole dot hack situation was Mass Effect, but those games are full sequels to each other, so it's not the same.
Those are
at all.
whole
They just
games.
happen to use your data from the last game.
That's almost like a Golden Sun 1 and 2 situation.
Well, actually. Okay, Golden Sun 1 and 2 probably counts more than Mass Effect does.
Right.
Because not only do
that actually is one story.
Yeah, it's one story. It's 2 halves of one story. They're complete games by all means. You don't feel incomplete when you finish the first game and start the second game. You move all of your characters from the first game over, which is cool. They play
but they're still distinctly separate games.
They are distinctly separate
you know
games.
Which game you're looking at, and when you look at the gameplay of one versus the other.
Well, you can skirt that if you show some part of the end of the Lost Age where you have your old party, because you can swap you can swap,
but you can still see when, like, isn't there something in the UI that indicates which party you're using and that there's like a reserve unit?
There probably is.
I feel like there was.
It's so little of the game that you have them for that I can't remember.
Yeah.
Like, you really don't have them for very long. It's kind of sucks if you do it with the password to do that shit. But,
I think I'd be able to overlook things in dot hack if it just wasn't so boring.
Sure, that's a different thing altogether. If it's boring,
that's kind of what I mean by it doesn't justify it. Is that like I would be more than happy to pay for 4 full price games if they had some form of identity at all, right? Okay. And some form of intrigue, right? If the gameplay was interesting, and the gameplay had something unique to each game, I'm good, right? I can buy in. Like, I'm fine with that. But God, just the number of times you got to fucking data drain these fucking same dudes.
That's funny as shit.
The same dudes and the same dungeons.
Do you get to keep your save data across them?
No, yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay. I was like, that's okay. That's good. Because if it was like, you start from zero every time, that'd be painful.
I'm so lenient when it comes to like seeing the developer's perspective. Yeah. But this is one of the few examples where I genuinely like 100% believe that they built one game and they artificially dissected it.
Yeah. Okay. Fucking.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's
at least interesting to talk about.
Summation of it, yeah, it's like it's interesting that it happened. The execution, the result, divorced from how interesting it is.
Yeah.
But
going back, what's part of what's interesting about it is just the way people talk about it, because so many people will be like, they need to re-release these games, and it's like it's strictly just the fact that they've been inaccessible for 20 years. Like that's all it is.
Yeah.
Which is.
Are you talking about dot hack specifically, or just games like that? Okay.
Well, specifically dot hack because it's a game that people will be like they need to re-release because there's been no way to play it, but also because they're just not good. You know what I mean?
Like why they haven't.
Like somebody is begging to spend 100 hours playing like genuinely one of the most rote, simple, shallow action games that requires you to spend so much time sifting through for like a middling story.
Sure. Yeah.
It's like no offense to it or the people that want to play the game, but I gotta call a spade here.
I will say I think all games should get a re-release if it's a possibility.
I mean, conceptually speaking, I think it would be great if every PS2 game was playable today.
Yeah, I like, and playable on hardware that is not
on modern
PS2.
hardware.
Yeah, I think that should be something that does happen. I also understand. I know why that can't happen.
Right. We all know.
Yeah. No, we don't all know. Some people don't fucking know. Some people don't realize why. But but yeah, it's cool. That was a tangent I didn't expect to go on today. But
it's fun.
That's what I'm talking about. We can do whatever the fuck we want. This is our cartoon.
Yeah. So what have you been playing?
What have I brought up Street Fighter 6. I'm entering another phase of that because a new character came out.
Are you gonna go pro
no,
Ken?
Fuck no. That's torture. I don't know how people do that shit to themselves. You can't do that shit.
I saw a video today of Hungrybox fainting because he won a game.
I mean, Hungrybox is he's a maniac that gave up engineering in order to play Smash Bros. And it worked out, but he's like one in a million that could have worked out for.
Right.
One out of the 1 million that possibly, you know what I'm saying. I think
I've never seen a professional athlete faint at victory.
I'm sure it happens. I'm curious. I feel like it would have happened.
I've seen an injury in weightlifting.
I feel like things like you swimming, you would have seen them. But I guess not.
You don't need to out me.
Oh, sorry. Oops. I thought we brought it. Whatever.
Have we? I don't know.
We might not have. I think the older I get, the more ridiculous I think it is. Well, because of the state of the industry and everything too. Your best bet is to keep video games squarely a hobby that you enjoy. Don't even try to analyze the industry or anything like that. There's not enough information for a layperson to do that, and it makes the entire thing less enjoyable if you try to get into shit you don't understand. And I squarely mean that most, basically 99% of people don't understand it. They will act like they do, including me sometimes. I will say shit that I thought I understood, find out I don't understand. That's how you learn, whatever. But these fucking businesses are doing crazy, weird shit. They do not care about you after you make the purchase. Don't even imagine that they do. Trying to get them to care is the stupidest shit you could do to yourself. Just buy the thing, play the thing, enjoy the thing. Don't try to, you will be, if you try to make video games your career one way or the other, you will be taken advantage of. You will be taken advantage of. There's no maybe, you will be. So your best bet in that regard is to do it for yourself.
Yeah, you're basically
and do it on your own.
Unemployed marketing team member.
Unemployed marketing team member, underpaid software developer. You are an artist who thought maybe they had a stable situation, and of course you don't. You are still working. You're basically still working freelance, except somebody's paying you your health insurance for a week.
Got to do it for the fans, dog. Got to do it for the fans.
You got to do it for yourself, man. There's no anyone who's trying to advocate for the customer in this thing. Wait a minute. Hold on. Do that, but do it for yourself. Do it for yourself first. And if you're not getting what you want from this shit, you be ready to let it go at the drop of a fucking either the fucking t-shirt, fucking blah blah blah, adapt. You gotta adapt to it, or you gotta leave it. You don't have to have these things, and it's once you know you don't have to have them, it's great. But I don't even know where I was going with that. I just figured I should say it.
Block, dodge, nerf, patch, adapt. Whatever the fuck.
Fucking nerf, buff, patch, whatever. Fucking, I forget what the last one was. But it's always with the R word added to it because of the ancient history. Don't worry about it.
Which R word?
The R, the one that rhymes with grape.
Oh.
Yeah. I think because of certain people we know.
I don't remember that being in it. No, here's what's interesting.
What's up?
They finally released gameplay footage of Oblivion remaster running on Switch 2.
Yeah, and I know people have it in their hands too. In fact, 'cause it comes out in however long, but I know some Europeans have the game.
It's reasonably impressive that it's holding the locked 30 here, though.
Yep.
Like the frame pacing looks okay.
I think this is a game that is going to be better if you play it handheld than if you play it on dock. Mainly because we don't have VRR in docked mode yet. At least maybe they'll add it because PS5 didn't get VRR until a couple of years later.
Right. This looks like a decent way to play the game, actually.
Yeah. Can I see what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, this is just actual like.
Yeah, with the graph up.
Yeah. The updates the visual update they made to the game is pretty crazy. So I was wondering how the port to Switch 2 is even gonna like work.
Because it runs like dog water on PC and PS5.
Yeah, it kind of runs like PS5 ass
Pro.
Anyway. Yeah, I mean, fucking my brand new PC from last year.
Yeah.
I built the shit with parts that came out like maybe a month before this game came out, and I was getting weird stutters that I don't get in anything else. Yeah. I was just like, why is it? At least I got it for free, but I'm like, why is it like this? And in my what I imagine is because it's basically running the game twice.
Yeah. Well, it's also running it in Unreal Engine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's running the old logic and then rendering on top of it.
Yeah.
And it's not the most efficient way to do it. It's the most efficient way to maybe build the game, but it's not the most efficient way to run it on a local machine. This game of all games was the one that when I tried streaming it to my TV downstairs, everything else ran fine. But this one, for some reason, ran like
this is what basically made me stop wanting to try engaging with Steam Remote Play.
That's really funny. That's really funny. We both had the same experience with that.
It was like weird. Like Steam Remote Play itself was like doing weird shit. It was doing weird shit. It was like downscaling the resolution without me specifying that. Yeah, I was like, what? Why is this happening?
And it was like the colors were all fucked up. I don't know.
It was not good. It was like gray.
Picking the wrong color space and shit. I don't know why it was doing any of that.
It was like there was like a fog on. Yeah.
Other games ran fine. Other games worked just fine. I played Street Fighter 6 from my computer upstairs down to the big TV downstairs.
If this goes down to 60% off, I might pick this up on Switch 2.
This is another situation where the only way I'll pay for it, the only way I'll get it is if I get it for free. But most of my people have been laid off.
It's true. Do you know anyone still there?
I believe I do, but
hit him up.
I gotta find out who, because the one I did know, he's not the one who I had regular communication with isn't there anymore.
Did he get let go or did he leave?
No, he got laid off. Yeah. Oh shit! I remember the day I asked him, like, "Are you all right? Are you?
He's like, no.
Did you make it? Every other time he made it, and he's like, this time, no, it isn't."
Damn.
But I know some shit about what happened there that I can't talk about here for the sake of the people that have told me about what happened there.
That's fair.
But
anyway, Street Fighter 6.
I played Street Fighter 6. I finished Metal Gear Solid 2 a couple of weeks ago on my Switch 2, just because I was
How'd it feel?
It felt great. It ran the way it's supposed to.
I reinstalled Metal Gear Solid 5.
Oh, nice.
Because I've been like kind of jonesing. Yeah.
Okay.
What I didn't realize is I booted it up and I had over 100 hours in it.
Oh, see?
It's like, damn, I really played a lot of this game.
Did you get the nuke disarmament cutscene?
I don't think so.
Okay. Every so often, there's a bug where it'll just happen.
Oh.
Where it'll roll over and it'll just... Like, the last time I loaded up MGS5...
That's kind of why I wanted to load it up, is because I just didn't really do much of that, like the online stuff. Yeah.
Because it's all still up. There's you still get the updates, you still get the little events that happen every week.
Yeah, I was like scrolling through the achievement list. I was like, I could do something.
Like MGS5 is still up as long as you're playing the PS4 version or up. If you're playing PS3 or Xbox 360, it's over. For the online shit, at least. For the updates, you can still play them online. At least I think you can still. I think you can. Either way, yeah. But what was I gonna say? So MGS2 runs the way it's supposed to, but that port, just anyway, the Legacy Collection port, not even the HD version, has just some weird shit about it. Right. That you wouldn't notice if you were playing it, if that was your first time playing it, but it's like, I do wish they worked out like the loading of the codec stuff, and there's some audio bugs that are still there, stuff like that. I'm just glad there's all three of the main console versions run the way they should, as long as you have the correct hardware.
Which was not looking good when they first came out.
Yeah, it was not looking good for those games when they first came out. In fact, the reason I bought the collection, I wanted to have the collection on Switch just to say I had it because I have other platforms I can play it on too.
Right.
And I bought it on like deep sale when they were getting rid of the physical copies at Best Buy. It was like,
when does MGS4 come out again?
My birthday. Or like the day before.
What day is your birthday?
My birthday is 27.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't use that to open a credit card.
Here we go.
But
gamers, you know what to do.
No. But what the fuck was I gonna say? So yeah, otherwise I haven't really been actively playing much. I kind of like sit down.
Is there anything you're looking forward to?
I'm excited to play MGS4 again. The Ocarina of Time remake, but at the moment, Onimusha's coming out too.
There's a lot of shit coming out.
There's so much shit
Elden
coming
Ring
out.
Tarnished Edition this month.
I'm not playing that. I am
Tales
gonna
in the
play
Sky second remake.
I'm not gonna play that.
September 17th.
I'm not gonna play that. I am gonna play the Duskbloods.
Yeah, I got into that.
Yeah, I think everybody who's no, that's not true.
That's
I've seen
not true.
I've seen
screenshots of what it looks like.
Yeah, that blue screen of you were not selected. Yeah, so I'm gonna try that. But I think at the moment I am kind of set on games because I have so much that I haven't been able to get to and finish that I'd like to, and it's hard. It's harder for me to look forward to spending money.
That's fine. I've been playing a lot of old games.
So, yeah.
A lot of old games have come out recently. A lot of collections, a lot of remasters.
Collections. There's collections of games that you may or may not have played. Not to mention, like, even the new games that are coming out. There's enough in there. Like, Rhythm Heaven is nice and short if you want it to be. When you can always hop back in, play a little bit, hop back out.
It's funny, since we've started this podcast, I've definitely played more old games than new games, I think, through collections.
Yeah.
Played through all the Castlevanias.
Yeah.
Played through all the Metal Gear Solids.
Yeah.
Played through all the, I started Devil May Cry a little bit.
Yeah.
Played through all, I started Resident Evil. Played Resident Evil 9, played the old one.
Yeah.
Playing all the Geron games. Played all the Turok games.
You played all the what games?
The Geron games.
That's funny as shit. Okay.
Played all the Turok
games. You did play
games.
all the Turok games. And discovered that they're were cool and 2 Turok 3 is like 2
This is why you always got to show your play history.
Fuck.
This is to everybody. It inspires me to play games. It inspires the people around you to play the games you want to play. That you want to share with the world.
I want to make sure that certain people see it. I think the people are marked best friends on my Switch.
Is that you can do? You can say it so only best friends can see.
Oh. You can set it to friends.
I can't see it on Steam though.
You can't see it on Steam?
I can't see it on Steam. Can't see your play history on Steam.
Really?
Yeah.
If I hit that, I don't know when I did that.
I can't see anything on Steam.
I probably did that shit.
Can't see when you're online. I can't see what you're playing.
Yeah, you definitely can't see
when
I'm online because I set that shit as invisible anyway.
Why'd you do that?
Why did I do that?
I know why you did that.
Why did I do that? Tell me.
Because Steam is questionable. They have questionable perspectives on social
shit. Among other things, often I will hop into a game or something like that, and then somebody's got to send me a message in Steam about what I'm playing. I'm like, you know what? I just started playing the game. Don't message me, please.
No,
unless you're actively trying to piss me off, which some people do. Which it's funny because I know when they're doing it. I'm just like, okay, I don't have to respond to that. But it's like I don't need people to know when the moment I get on a game on Steam because they can message me. On Switch, I don't really care so much because you can't send me a message to disturb me. You can send me a game chat invite, but that's a different thing. That's part of why you can even see what people are playing on other systems anyway, on like all the machines. They're meant to inspire a little bit of FOMO. Mm-hmm. Especially achievements and trophies, but they're meant to guide you into playing something you might not have played before, and because your friend is playing it or something.
Well, but I mean that's true. That's how life works.
You
do things because your friends are doing them.
Yeah, and I mean that's what I'm saying. Like that's basically exclusively the purpose of it to get you to see shit.
I not only acknowledge that, but I like doing that.
Yeah,
I like playing what other people are playing because it's like it invites a conversation, even if it's not a conversation I'm ever gonna have.
Yeah,
it's like I get to imagine what this person is getting out of this game,
and you become equipped to have the conversation if it comes up. I
enjoy that. I'm glad that I can see which game people are playing in the classics apps on Switch Online.
That is really important to me.
I really like that.
I might not explicitly bring it up, but it's cool to me to know that someone's like trying a game that I'd never think they would try before.
Yeah, exactly. Or it might make me try a game that I've never even heard of, right? Like, because there's all those weird games on Super Nintendo and regular Nintendo, and to a lesser extent the Game Boy collection. And somebody's playing it, I'll be like, "That's interesting. I forgot that existed. Let me jump back into there." You know,
because you can just jump right onto that game without paying any more money than you already are.
Right.
That's a good thing. And I think lately I've been a little bit more reserved about talking about video games to like people that play video games in general, just because like I need to be able to trust them to not just start shitting on something because of some other outside bullshit that has nothing to do with it.
You know what's funny? This is why we have RPG chat.
Oh yeah, I mean there you go. I'm not in it, but
do you want to be in it?
I mean, sure. Is it fine? Whatever. Yeah. No, it's like you already know. Let's say I'm sitting in a fucking Twitch chat and everyone's just like, "Oh, Breath of the Wild sucks."
I don't know how.
I don't. This is what I do.
Crazy.
On other monitor, I'm doing complete other shit, and then I'll hear something and
craziest thing to even multitask. I'll never understand it, and that's fine.
You don't have to understand it. You really don't have to understand. Well, I'll explain that later. But
okay.
I'll explain that in a minute. But yeah, no, seeing just a string of people say, "Oh, we hate this popular game," and I'm just like, dude, I don't give a fuck if a game's popular or not. I don't give a shit. Never given a shit. At least recent times, I simply don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But like if I like something, I like it. If at the same time, just seeing all these people describe how like uncreative they are by going through and just repeating the same points about something,
it's very painful.
Especially when like Tears of the Kingdom comes up, it's like, dog, y'all just.
It's like clockwork, dude. It's clockwork.
We want the old way of it because you want the game. You want the game to tell you how to have fun.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Doesn't have to all be like that.
We don't need to go into points about AI, but unironically, this is why AI is going to be super successful. Is because people just want that. They just want to know how they're supposed to feel.
Exactly.
And that's been that way since the dawn of time, honestly.
Yeah, it's not a new thing.
It's not a new thing.
I think part of what the reason why AI works is works
that's
on
what
people.
It does. It regurgitates the common things that people say.
It takes complete advantage of that. That's why it even exists. That's why it can exist.
Yeah.
And that's why people use it. Even people who say they don't fucking use it, they say they're against it. They fucking use it every time they do a Google search.
Yeah.
They fucking use it every time they watch those fucking shorts on YouTube and they don't identify that shit's AI.
Right.
Like immediately, ooh boy. So a lot of it, I'll watch this shit happen in real time. I'm like, dog, that is AI. No, it's yes, it is. How do you know it's not? How do you know it is? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, those are indicators. Yes, but you don't see them anymore because you've been just drinking it in, dude.
Yeah.
And as you drink it in, the shit improves. So before you have the opportunity to even identify the thing, it gets better and it hides that identifier. Somewhat hides it. And so then when it's like, have you seen the dude that kind of dresses up as a statue and then people walk up to it? It's some.
This is from a long time ago, right?
This is recent.
Living statue?
There's a dude that does it recently.
I don't think I've seen it recently.
Okay,
but it's a living statue thing, right? Where they're like a performer on the street and they're like
then
actually
someone tries to touch them.
And then they'll go and they'll scare them.
So someone's doing this in Australia, and I went to YouTube tried to feed it to me. I was like, let me go see the channel because they do make me laugh. I'm not gonna say they don't make me laugh. And then like the whole fucking branding is all AI shit. I'm like, dude, are you fucking kidding me, man? You could. I much prefer something be worse.
And hand
worse
done.
and done by like
right.
poor. Air quotes. Be poor but done by hand.
Like the poor man's version, right?
Yeah, then to be completely have any edge shaved off it because you threw it into fucking some generative AI bullshit.
It's so like it. I'll see it at work too. Like they do like a project showcase from the analysts that are working on stuff, and it's gotten to a point now where just like so many of the slides are so obviously a first pass at AI.
Yeah,
and it's like, listen, I get it. The value of having AI help to like build these things faster and not have to spend however long doing things.
Checking,
but it's like you've got to at least humanize it. Like take the content, do what you got to do, but like don't just let it slop it up with all the like the words and the em dashes and the way it talks, and it's just like. I've seen slides that are just covered in dense text. I've seen slides that don't read like a human, and I just like I zone out so fast. And I sent a screenshot to my boss, who's the vice president. I'm like, we got to do something about this. This is not like good.
This. We can't
show this to people. Like this is not good.
I have been in the past. I have been paid good money to take someone's like what's it called, like slide deck or whatever, and make it way less verbose. Create some illustrations so that it's very straight to the point. The whole thing, like what's it called? Like Alex said, like we're taught, we were at least taught that shit should be straight, simple. It should just enhance the talking points as we present the shit.
Yeah.
And people, and everything's kind of getting away from that. Everything is too many words. Everything is dense with nothing.
I saw a good thing. We're getting into an AI topic. We got to go back to away from this. But
sure, fine.
I saw a really good thing from a big AI maximalist, and the whole thing was like, don't be a meat proxy.
Yeah.
Because it was
don't
like
just be the fucking mouth for.
And he'll be like, I've seen this time and time again, and I've been guilty of doing this before, where. Yeah. There will be like a discussion or an argument, and somebody will just post, Claude said paragraphs of information. You're just like, dude, it takes time and effort to read what AI is like producing. So it's like, don't just copy paste it. It's like, just tell me in your own words what Claude said, right? You can acknowledge that AI provided the information, but it's like, just at least do the next step of distilling that so that we can have a discussion about it, right? It's like at that point, I don't need to be talking to you. I can prompt Claude, right? I can ask it the same question and get the same verbose slop in response, right? So it's like, and a lot of times, like, it's getting more jargon heavy, and he was like, I got this sentence, and I didn't know what any of the words in the sentence meant, so I had to go look them up.
Scraped as many
and he's like,
buzzwords and whatnot.
You gotta go and do that if you're gonna have any kind of conversation or like use it to gain knowledge of any way, shape, or form.
Or dispense knowledge,
right? Or validate the knowledge that it's trying to produce, right?
Yeah.
So
fucking what's his name? That dude. Hank Green, the fucking YouTube man.
That was a very fascinating scenario.
And then he was like, I'm addicted to it.
He got caught a little bit, right? But the things he was using it for was not creating any of the content. It was on like looking up which topics to research. It wasn't even doing the research.
But even like he was definitely using it for some of his scripts because I think the thing that he got caught on was,
is that what triggered people?
He was saying he said no. Say what?
That's what tripped people up.
Yeah. He said no context. He said thanks for the pushback because that's what the fucking AI agent said to him when
he said that like not as a joke.
He didn't say it as a joke. He just said it because it was in the script that he had it made for. But
he wasn't live streaming it.
Huh?
But he wasn't live.
That's what I'm saying. He admitted himself that he was using it too much. That's why he isn't.
There was an actual video that he produced where he said the words "no context." Thanks for the pushback.
Yes.
And when he edited the video, he didn't think
stop.
That's crazy, dude.
What I think is that
doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't make sense, and that's where I believe his admittance of I use this shit too much because he hasn't permitted himself to put out videos since then.
Right.
Because it's like, oh fuck.
That's very funny. That was not what I got from. I also don't really pay that much attention to.
When it's something like that comes up, I'm like, what? How are they going to? How is this person going to get past this?
Yeah.
But going back to the convenience and the taking advantage of people's need to have someone else's opinion. Speaking of fucking streaming, in fact, That's why a lot of that works. And I've noticed, like, a lot of what I've noticed in these fucking...
Wait, what's why streaming? AI is why streaming?
No, not AI. It has nothing to do with AI. This doesn't have to do with AI. It's convenience and needing someone to give you an opinion.
Oh, like parasocial relationships.
Yeah, and not even just necessarily parasocial like relationships, but like I've seen a lot of these people in streams will have just a chat full of sycophants that repeat the exact same opinion that they have, and it goes the opposite way too, where a person will just kind of agree with what these chatters are saying because they also don't have, like, when they're in the throes of that, like they're fucking dying, but when they're in it, they don't have the time to like concoct an opinion and think of the conflict that might come with having an opposing opinion. So they just kind of go with it, and the more they go with it, you just get this fucking big wad of people that are just saying the same like bullshit, especially if it has anything to do with factual information. I'm not just talking about video,
like political streamers. Yeah,
you get this fucking just ball of bullshit. I can see the Prince pushing it right now. You know what Prince I'm talking about, right? Okay. Just pushing it. And by the time it gets to, like, it starts knocking over buildings and shit, you know what I mean? By the time, like, you don't have a chance to stop it because you get fucking stuck in it, you know? Not that you take in the information, but you're just in this fucking ball of bullshit. And it's like, well, all I have is a fucking rag. I can't clean this up.
This is a well-documented phenomenon called audience capture.
Oh, okay.
Where when you become popular as a streamer and you start to rely on it for income, you are then beholden to keeping that audience.
The audience
and
around,
thus you enter sort of a positive feedback loop of just regurgitating the same shit.
Yeah.
Political streamers especially have this issue, right? And it's a genuine issue because you have some sort of sway with public opinion. Yeah. And it's impossible for them to sort of like recant or change their mind or do whatever because they're going to shed their revenue stream. Right. Yeah. This, you could argue that this actually started with after Citizens United and Fox News became, 24-hour news cycle in 96 and all that stuff. Citizens United was 2000, but just the money cycle, getting the money in politics, right? So becoming a super PAC and audience capture, and they have to facilitate and regurgitate the same shit, and it becomes similar to AI, like model collapse, right? Where it's training on itself,
training
and
it's feeding on itself, and the bullshit is just sacking on the bullshit.
At the end of the day,
you're using fucking bullshit as soap to clean up bullshit.
Yeah. It's interesting stuff.
It is. It's fucking. What am I trying to say? I need to say it in a way that comes across the way I want it to. It's just interesting to see how easy it is to turn people into something else, at least outwardly.
Yeah, I mean, people are sheepish. Yeah, right. Like not to get into the whole sort of red pill, whatever. Where like, don't be a sheeple. Yeah, don't be. But it is true.
But even then, even the people that make that particular point are also being herded by the same fucking false shepherds. That are kind of everywhere now. And if somebody wants to be exposed to them constantly, they can via whatever means they have. It's hard to, like, you don't get a lot of these people sometimes don't get a point where they can cut off from everyone because then, they're on, let's say they have a stream and then they have a fucking forum or Reddit page or Discord channel or any of that kind of shit where people are still just kind of talking at them and they can't, I'm sure there's days where they're like, they just want to be like, yo, shut the fuck up, dog, shut the fuck up. I'm not responding to this. I'm never, and you get the people like, oh, you haven't responded to me, dog. I'm never gonna respond to you. You're an idiot. You're a dumbass. Stop talking. But they can't just say that.
They should.
They should. I agree with you that they should. And that's part of why I think doing that kind of thing as your primary revenue stream, like you're talking about, is really bad for you. Yeah. Like mentally and all that. And that's how we get into a state where we have fucking I'm getting delivered thumbnail after thumbnail of Halo is gay. And I'm just like, dude, this remake can't be that bad. Like,
Halo is gay. Dante is not a gay cowboy.
It's like, you all are, and let me back up. I'm not saying gay is bad. I'm just saying the kind of people that use the word, use it like this, are using it in a derogatory way. I'm just like, dog, because it's like fine, because it's simply fine, you have nothing to talk about. So this is what you do. Yeah. And then everyone's going to believe it. And then, I don't know.
Yeah, we got to do something about all forms of social media at the end of the day.
Yeah,
because that's what's everything is performative, and it's for posting. It's for internet.
It's for posts.
It's for clips. It's for reels. It's for talks.
Yeah, I see, and I
for shorts
like that. We're doing this right now. I see the irony in what we're saying. I get it. Don't fucking.
It's not really ironic because there's so many episodes that have no views.
That's true. That's true too. But we have a new fan, so.
Yeah, like 10 months ago.
Yeah, that was 11 months ago.
That was the only comment.
But it's fine. Hopefully you're still listening, by the way, because sometimes we just kind of shit this out. Sometimes we do this for real.
I had spoken a couple episodes ago about how I think it'd be cool to remake Donkey Kong 64.
Yes.
And that was the N64 game that probably would be the most interesting to remake for a variety of reasons. Metroidvania adjacent game design. A lot of it is about route optimization, collecting things. What I realized since then, I got really into the Emerald Rush DLC.
Yeah.
And I realized that DLC is goated.
Yeah,
it's really good.
You've been saying this.
I now have more playtime. Inching out
details. Yeah.
Do I have more playtime? I have at least equivalent playtime in Emerald Rush compared to
the main game.
Yeah. And Donkey put out a video about this, and he was brave to do so because it was at a time when everyone was dunking on this. Donkey was dunking.
Donkey Kong Bonanza?
On the DLC.
Yeah.
Saying that, it's not more worlds, it's not more bananas, it's bad, it's what and I bought into it. I was like, I got scammed,
Yeah, I remember that. That's part of why I didn't even grab it.
I had touched DK Isle and there were no fossils and no bananas on it, and I was like, I got scammed. The events had been going on.
Yeah.
I forgot about it, and then because of the DK challenges on Switch Online, I got back into it, right? Mm-hmm. I did those, which were not tied to Emerald Rush.
Right. But then I was playing the game, though.
I was like, I'm playing the game. I might as well give it a little try. And as soon as I got into it, the one thing specifically that he said in his video that is extremely true is that is the real game.
Interesting.
Like, when you play it, you realize from the design perspective of what they had to do to sort of make something like that work. Is they probably made that almost first. And then Nintendo was like, this is insane. This is an insane level of things that we're asking people to do. We can't sell it like this. And then so they kind of decompose that into just collecting the things one time. Because the way that it works, right, is it's procedural in the sense of the things, the power-ups that you get, the passives, the abilities, the things like that. And which bananas will give you which sort of power-ups and passives and things that you can use. It really kind of requires you to know the entire game top to bottom to beat it at the highest level, at the highest rank, with the highest score.
Sure.
And there's actually a score tier above A called V. It's instead of S rank, it's V rank. And you have to get 10x the total required emeralds. Shit. And doing that at the highest level is very hard.
What you have to get for? Is it just
Void?
Void
Kong,
yeah.
Because he's the one that's employing you.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Yep.
And
Beautiful Joe.
And it's the highest rank. I'm not trying to do that. It doesn't actually track if you got what rank you got. It tracks your score. But it's something you can do. And so as you do it, you get these little statues that are referred to sort of all the enemies in the game, which was a funny callback to the fact that in all the Donkey Kong Country games, at the end of the game, it would show all the characters. It felt kind of like that.
The character, but you play.
But it's a little diorama, right? So you have little statues you can go and look around the island. But learning that and like unlocking the passives that you can get throughout the course of the game, like the progression just feels really good.
Yeah.
And it's fun to be forced to play the game in different ways.
In limited ways, starting in a limited way and moving up to,
which was something that I felt in the base game, right? Which is like, as soon as you start unlocking things like all of the ostrich.
Oh, the ostrich shit! I was flying over.
You can just fly through the game, but like that's how Emerald Rush is designed. Okay. It's designed for you to like do those
figure
things,
out that kind of thing,
right? And if like the roguelike procedural nature gives you a build like that, then you have to take it. You have to, right? Like there's no way to clear the higher tiers without knowing how to take advantage of the game's mechanics. Yeah. And you have to like, it's all route optimization, right? Mm-hmm. Emerald Rush basically is the DK64 remake. Is essentially what I learned.
Like design-wise.
Design-wise. It's route optimization. It's a little bit procedural. You have to master the game's mechanics. It's all about collecting things efficiently. Like all of the design mentality that went into DK64 is present in a much more coherent and impressive and like grand scale.
Maybe that's not even by accident, considering
I almost don't think it is.
Yeah, how the DK Island.
There's so much DK64. DK Island is like the hub world.
Yeah, it's not like country DK Island. It's fucking like music and everything.
It's DK64 DK Island. Yeah. The barrels that you get make the DK64 barrel noise, which I realized.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it goes. And I was like, damn, that's good.
That might be enough for me to.
It was good.
To play this dumbass DLC, but
it's a really good DLC.
At some point, I'll play it. I'm doing things in cycles now, where I kind of like.
Yeah.
I returned,
which
to my
I like,
games.
right? Again, going back to like the whole thing about the DK challenges, I like that there was a forcing function that got me back into it and appreciate the thing that I had bought and didn't really spend any time
with earlier. Yeah.
And now it's like one of my favorite things on the Switch too.
Interesting.
So really, really good.
And they got you back into it a year later.
Yeah, exactly. On the 1 year anniversary. Yeah. Now I'm just hoping that they repeat the events. That's the other thing.
They need to repeat the events.
The events are sick nasty because they cut down all of the perks that you can get to a very specific set.
Yeah.
And they're like, you are exactly going to play the game this way, and you have to break the game with these specific things.
You have to figure out how to
which is usually thematically relevant too, right? So this most recent one had Kiddy Kong from Donkey Kong Country 3. And you're on the resort layer, which is a very flat layer. And the whole thing is they give you the perks for doing the water skip. Which I didn't even know was in the game because there's no skill tied to it. But you can do a thing where when you roll off of like a thing, if you jump at exactly the right time, you start doing this water hop, just like Kiddy Kong. That's the whole thing. Is like based on how many times you've skipped on the water, your bonus goes up X percentage, and then when you kill an enemy, you get like 4,000%.
That's pretty fucking crazy.
And once you get to over 10,000 bonus modifier, which is very hard to do and very rare, I've only done it like 3-4 times. Okay. It makes the noise that when you pick up like a fruit in the original Donkey Kong arcade, it goes.
Damn.
It's really good. The details are very, very strong.
Maybe I am missing something.
The DLC is good shit. Yeah. It's really, really good shit. And even if you're not into it, it's like arcadey too.
Yeah,
which brings it all back. It's like it's so
I play games like that
so
anyway,
tight.
So.
It's so good. It's so satisfying.
Which actually does kind of bring it back around because DK's roots in the arcade.
Exactly.
So you said you had another game.
Yeah, Mina the Hollower.
Oh yeah.
Mina the Hollower. I finally went back and beat. That's a really good video.
Yeah, that's what you were saying.
That's a really good video game. That's got all the things that you want in a video game are present there.
One day.
It's the closest thing we're going to get to like a really strong reinterpretation of a top-down Zelda.
A Zelda game, yeah.
Because I just don't know what else Nintendo are going to do with this.
Without
the things I'll say about it is that it's so much more like a Zelda game than it seems like it's going to be at the beginning. At the beginning, it feels like it's going to be punishingly difficult.
Yeah. And
it feels like it's going to be Dark Soulsy, but it's just not.
It's not.
It's not at all. It
kind of just starts feeling that way so that when you do get your...
Right. It feels like that way. Better. The only thing that like carries over from Dark Souls is just the burrowing into the hole and the enemies respawn and like you get your healing potions back.
Yeah.
But that's really just done as a way to like kind of manage pacing to a degree. Because when you kill enemies, they're gone permanently, right?
Yeah.
So in Zelda, you go to a screen, you come back, they respawn, right?
Again, yeah.
And the enemies in general are like trickier, but they give you so many interesting tools. Like the things they do from a game design perspective and don't make it like kind of fall apart from how much it's bursting with its own depth and content of what you can do with the systems in this game is like, that's what's most impressive about it. Like with Shovel Knight, I really like Shovel Knight, but Shovel Knight is like, it has a very focused like design perspective of what it's trying to do, right? It's a 2D game. It's trying to do a couple things. It brings in some stuff from nostalgia and it polishes them, cleans them up. Yeah. But it's like you have a very finite, narrow set of things you can do. Even from like you have like one sub weapon, right? You have like maybe one passive with your armor. And like that's it, right? And then each character has kind of their own like little moveset and it's a very confined thing.
In the other games,
the other characters Mina is just like it's like a different game depending on the combinations of stuff you're doing. You've got 5 weapons. Each weapon can be upgraded, and they're like meaningful upgrades in terms of how they change the way the weapon can be used.
Are you meant to switch between them, or when you pick a weapon, are you committed to it?
No, you can switch whenever you want. Okay, anytime you go to your little hole, you can switch to whatever you want. Okay. The little trinkets, you can get like 5 or 6 of them at a time. Yeah. And they change your mechanics in such like dramatic ways. Like it has things like, oh, your attack power went up 1 level, or your defense goes up 1 level. But it's got like insane stuff going on. Okay. Where like you can just really like fuck with the game in ways that you never really, when you first start the game, you never really imagine that that's part of what they're gonna start throwing at you. And then you start looking and you're like, oh my god, like this. Like, why can't I do this?
Yeah. Like, are you sure you should let me do that? Yeah,
there's a lot of really good feelings like that, and just like the world design is, I mean, maybe that's the only other thing that it carries over from Dark Souls is like the pathing that it unlocks, and going back and 100%ing and like collecting everything is really satisfying because it shows off that level design. Yeah. Once you have things, right, and you can navigate in unique ways, and you can kind of just fly through the map because it actually has more restrictive fast travel than Zelda games do. Sure. Which I thought was interesting. Like there's no blow the flute and travel to one of these locations. It's like there's one thing that acts as like a fast travel mechanic.
I think I know what it is, but I don't know.
It's like a train.
It's a train.
There's a train that you can like ride on, but you have to like go to the train station and like get on it. And there's like 5 train stations. Right. But you can fly through the game based on like the different like shortcuts and things that you get like very quickly.
And never have to. Yeah.
And like subconsciously you're like, oh my god, I have to go all the way there. But it's like everything is within reach.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's with your abilities. It's pretty close together, which is probably what having to go take the train and then not using it because you got good at the game is probably completely intentional.
It's And one of the things I like about that game is the achievements that they put into it kind of make you rethink ways that you can play the game that maybe you've never even thought of.
Are the better kind of achievements.
Yeah. Like there was one that's like beat the game in 4 hours, which I was like, that's pretty crazy. Yeah. That's pretty fucking crazy.
See, I like achievements like that when they're done. Like
there's ones that are like never go into your hollow. Like, which that actually like still kind of breaks my brain a little bit because like that's how you get your potions back.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, it's also the game. It's how you switch trinkets. It's how you switch weapons. So I'm just like, that's crazy. Yeah. that's a thing.
The speedrun achievement of like, oh, I like this is possible is cool in a game like Resident Evil and stuff like that. Yeah. They have, I've mentioned this before, but I just want to mention it again. Like Halo Infinite has that achievement. I got it first run of the game. Because I'm just like, dog.
I think Mina took me like somewhere in the 15 to 20 hour range the first place. So it's kind of like a Metroid in that way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The way it should be done is like, as you learn the game, it takes you double digit hours. And then they're like, okay, can you do it in an eighth of that? Right. It's like, oh. What do I not understand that I could start understanding that could help me do this? And then you start piecing stuff together. The game Shadow Complex had shit like that. Right. Where there's a bit where if you do it fast enough, you skip a bunch of shit. It's like, oh, and it was like the 1%. There's a 1% item pickup achievement and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a negative 1% item pickup achievement in Mina, which is funny.
Yeah, then there you go. It's like that kind of shit is cool.
Yeah. So there's a deep depth to that game that is very impressive. then there's the whole modifiers thing. It's just like people are complaining about it. System, but... Dude, what you unlock more when you beat the game. Yeah. And I was just scrolling through that list and I was just like, what the fuck is going on here? It's overwhelming how many modifiers. There's hundreds.
I think
hundreds.
Hundreds plural is crazy. I in my head I'm thinking, there's probably like 100. But I think because of like the way the game looks and everything too, afforded them the ability to implement this stuff and test for it. Not that the game didn't get delayed twice. I know about that.
I'm glad the game got delayed twice.
It was probably worth it. It seems like it was worth it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they took the risk on that because there are games that I've seen get delayed to include more features. I think Perfect Dark is exactly that.
Yeah.
And it was worth it in the end because you get not only do you get the main content, you get so many different variations of that content. Right. You can just keep playing it and playing it and playing it for years.
I would not be surprised if the game was added or delayed twice just purely from a testing perspective.
Yeah.
Because again, like the game could easily like buckle under its own weight from like a design chops perspective, what they're trying to do, right? Like the game did not need 5 weapons to start off with. The game could have just had any of the 5 weapons and been
just force you to
an interesting game, right? I played basically the entire game with the whip.
Yeah, I've
at some point I want to go back and play the games entirely with one of each of the weapons.
And there's like a hammer or something like that.
There's a hammer, there's knives, there's a shield, there's a gun. Okay. Yeah. It's such an impressively sick game.
Yeah. One day I'm gonna play it. There's something I want to ask you after we stop, but yeah.
Okay.
So
I don't know why we go.
Huh?
I don't know why you can't ask it now.
Because it's not. I don't intend to ask it. It's just a question for me to ask, not on the fucking. Okay. Not on this shit.
All right.
I know that kind of thing is weird to you, but
that is weird.
It's not weird. It's weird. It's just not the way you do things, but it's the way I do. It's not weird, but
I think it's weird because it's not the way I do things.
Yeah, I know, and I don't think it's weird.
That's what weird is.
Because I know that people do things multiple.
All right, next time I'm going to talk about the East franchise because I've been blasting through it and I'm on 8 now, which I've played before, but it was my first East game. So now replaying it with the context is a very different lens.
Sure.
Both good, but just very different.
I presume you wouldn't be doing it if it
Those games are neat. Yeah. Those games are neat, and I don't think there's really any other games like them.
Yeah.
One day I'll pretty impressive for something that sounds just like an action RPG. Yeah. You know?
I mean,
there's a billion action RPGs.
There's a billion action RPGs. This is kind of like one of the progenitors of the action RPG anyway. Yeah. So yeah, I mean it makes sense.
Xanadu is probably the progenitor of action RPGs. But yeah, so we'll talk about that next time. Should we wrap it up?
We should wrap it up.
That's it?
Yeah.
We haven't hired any fans recently.
Fuck the fans. No,
here, I've got one for you. No, I've got 2 for you. The Pokemon Gen 1. Have you seen the 3D?
Yeah, the 3D of the
that has been exploding online.
Yeah, that's cool. I would not fire them, I'll say that.
I wouldn't fire them.
It's cool to make something like that.
I don't like. I would have to see how they're interpreting the popularity because I see a lot of people that are like, "This is the definitive way to play Gen 1 Pokemon," which is so annoying.
I had somebody suggest to me because I mentioned I need somebody to trade for so I can get my Alakazam in the Fire Red.
Have you been playing that?
I play it. I pop into it once in a while.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to get my Alakazam, but they're like, that's why emulating with ROM hacks is superior because you can just set it so they evolve at a certain level. It's like, no, that's not authentic. Why would I want to do that?
So annoying.
The whole point is to trade to get it to evolve. I don't just want it. I want the experience of it. Oh, I saw this shit too. I saw this stuff. I saw this today.
I kind of want to play this.
As soon as I saw what like the idea was, like this is going to be Donkey Kong Land, but
with Donkey Kong Country assets.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, not like that. That's what I would have done.
I would like to touch that.
Yeah, I want to see if it
Donkey Kong Land
feels the way.
Donkey Kong Land feels like hot garbage.
Rare's Game Boy games in that era are all so strange. They look weird. They feel weird.
Yeah.
They probably smell weird. Fucking like Conker's Pocket Tales is one of the creepiest little games I've ever seen in my life. I have it in my. I still have it so that I can keep it. keep it contained and it doesn't get out into the world. But yeah, nah.
Yeah.
Not on Switch. That's funny. It's a light Switch. But yeah, no.
I would play this. I would hire them.
Yeah, that I want to give it a go and see how
it feels.
Yeah, because that kind of upgrade is a reasonable one where it's not taking something that was like in an 8-bit game or whatever, however you want to describe it, and bringing it up to a visual standard that doesn't make sense for it.
Right.
Like this completely makes sense for it because the Donkey Kong Land games were more of an adaptation of the country style
they're
like
demakes of Donkey Kong Country already.
So bringing them up to that, you get to see how that gameplay maybe felt.
Right.
The way,
the way they were thinking about it. Yeah.
So, but sure, hire them. I instantly, my brain just
sure, get the fucking rid of them.
But all right.
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
If you like this shit, give us an email. At memoryleakpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
We're on YouTube, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Podbean, and Apple Podcasts.
I keep forgetting. I always want to say the Google one. I said it last time, but that shit doesn't exist anymore because they shutter all their shit.
Until next time, peace out.
Then you can't see me waving.